In the middleweight division, it'll be Jamie Fletcher of the Shark Tank, smelling blood in the water as he takes on submission specialist Jiva Santana.
This is about me, not about like my opponent. I want to fight against me first, and then I fight for that. I fight for my heart because some people fight for any reasons, and then I fight for me. Like I tell to myself I can do that, and I go there and I do it. That's why for me it means fight for my heart. When you win, this means you still have to keep in training, you have to prove more all the time, but it means you did a good job.
Jiva Santana from a mecca of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, São Paulo, Brazil. Kind of a reversal of what we saw with Chris Cariaso. Here you have a submissions and Jiu-Jitsu specialist who now works with Colin Oyama out of No Limits in Irvine, who's been adding Muay Thai to his skill set.
And it's going to be interesting. Like we spoke about earlier in the pre-show, this is a guy who's 9 of his victories, 8 of them are by armbar. We call him Mr. Armbar, but now maybe he's looking to become Mr. Leg Kick.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if I'm fighting Jiva Santana, and trust me, that's never going to happen, I might just tie my arms down to the side of my body, because if he gets a hold of one of them, it's going to be over.
That's what you call a body snatcher.
2-time Pan American champ. He was a world champ in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, São Paulo state champion. The list goes on and on. This guy has got the BJJ pedigree. But his opponent, fighting out of the world-renowned Shark Tank, he's well-rounded. He is Jamie Fletcher.
You know, I like a knockout, but anybody can knock somebody out, so I think there's a little bit more skill in the submission. I'm not really worried about being submitted by this guy. I've been training for a while, but I do respect how good of a jiu-jitsu guy he is, but I'm looking to take it to him. When you catch somebody real nice with a punch, or with a kick, or with a knee, or with an elbow, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world, but what sucks is when they're like, and just looking right back at you, you know? You want to hurt them, you don't want to just catch them. I'll say I'm like I don't know, like a lion, you know? I chill and I wait, and then when I see that opportunity, I pounce on my prey.
Jamie Fletcher again fighting out of the Shark Tank. When he started his training there, he was baptized by fire, having to roll with the likes of Tony Patera, who has fought Vanderlei Silva in Japan. He is now, years later, is the co-owner of the Shark Tank, a gym that's produced the likes of a K1 standout Mighty Mo.
And when you're the co-owner of a place, that means you're afforded the luxury probably of being able to train full time, which has to make a big difference in the MMA game today, where a lot of fighters are not afforded that luxury. And Jamie Fletcher, he's like Mr. Entrepreneur here. He's a co-owner of the Shark Tank. Guy's been a model. He's done TV commercials. I heard he even had a publishing deal in rap.
Yeah, he had a publishing deal in rap, a rap album. Hey, maybe you guys can do a little.
Call Scala. Maybe we'd do a little compilation, you know.
Little collaboration action there.
And he also trains with Mighty Mo, I was going to tell you. So he also has a power game.
It certainly does. When I talked to him yesterday, said that MMA is a human game of chess, and he's going to try and stay one step ahead, one move ahead of his opponent. Let's see how they match up with the tail of the tape. Jiva Santana, there you see it. He's 5 years older, 35 years of age, although he says he feels good because he doesn't drink, smoke, do drugs. He has no bad habits. He's a jiu-jitsu specialist. Jamie Fletcher, well-rounded. There you see shoot fighting as his main strength. Let's head it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we present Elite XC action in the middleweight division. We are scheduled 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'11". He weighed in at 184 3/4 pounds. Raised in the tradition of jiu-jitsu, his record is unblemished at 9 wins, no losses, with 8 of his wins coming by way of submission. Representing Team Oyama and hailing from Irvine, California, by way of Sao Paulo, Brazil, introducing the undefeated Giva Santana. And his opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He stands at 6 feet even. He weighed in at 185 pounds. He's a mixed martial artist specializing in shoot fighting with a record of 8 wins, 2 losses, 1 knockout, and 5 submissions to his credit. Representing the Shark Tank and hailing from Rancho Cucamonga, California, introducing Jamie Fletcher. And our third man in the cage at this time, now to give instructions, Jason Herzog.
Fighters have gone over the rules in the back. There are final questions from you, Blue. No final questions from you, Red. Touch gloves. Come on, ready to fight.
Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Let's fight! Here we go, middleweight action. Your thoughts on this bout, Scholar?
The stats tell me that this fight's going to decision, and I'm having a hard time telling myself differently here. I think this is going to be a very close fight, actually. Fletcher, to me, looks a little bit overweight. He drops for 200, and, you know, he's obviously the bigger fighter. Will he be able to impose his will? He's not a knockout puncher, but you don't want to be on the ground with a guy who has 8 submissions by armbar.
Certainly don't. Took him down, but
and you can see already with Santana's left arm, he's trying to pull in Jamie Fletcher's right, which is already the start of an armbar.
Yeah, but this isn't Fletcher's first time to the rodeo. He's got quality training, and I think it's not going to be quite so easy for Santana to lock that armbar in on the likes of Jamie Fletcher.
Of course not, but wouldn't you rather stand and not give a guy his strength than have to worry the entire time you're on the ground? Instead of working towards beating him up, you have to work towards making sure you're not putting in armbar, as he's going for every single time with the slip of his hips. You can see how easy he's able to slip his hips.
Yep, Santana like an octopus. You don't want those tentacles to get a hold of your arm.
Legs are open. Get out, the legs are open.
The best place Jamie Fletcher can find himself is inside.
Both of these guys, when you talk to them, they're just so cool, calm, and collected. Neither one is going to panic out there. And you hear Fletcher's corner, Eddie Mellis, the other co-owner of the Shark Tank, telling him back out. Let's get Santana back on his feet.
And Eddie Mellis is telling him the right strategy here. This is where Jamie Fletcher wants to be. He is the bigger, stronger fighter here.
Fletcher, you got to think, is going to try and stay outside and strike. There you see it, trying to snap that jab out there. Comes overhand with the right.
Good block, though, by Santana.
Santana with a nice strike in the form of a knee of his own there.
Let go of the shorts. Let go of the shorts.
That right actually never landed from Fletcher, so it was a great block by Santana. He was quick to come in with the flying knee.
Santana's so composed. Going to try and get him on the ground here. He's got his, nearly had his back. And now into a full mount here by Santana. This could be big trouble for Jamie Fletcher.
Absolutely, full mount here.
He's turning for the armbar.
Looking for an armbar. I don't agree with that right there. You know, Santana has got him in full mount. Go to work on him.
Watch your neck.
Yeah, but old habits die hard when you've had 8 of your 9 victories by armbar. It's going to be your bread and butter.
And it's a problem here for Jamie Fletcher.
He's looking for it.
Here it is. Here it is.
He extends it.
Here comes Jamie Fletcher trying to stop.
Referee Jason Herzog waves it off.
I didn't even see the tap there, but tell you what, Giva Santana is an impressive submissionist.
That is what brought him to the dance. Claims another victim with the armbar. Let's go back to some of the action here.
This is early in the round, big combination here. There's the block of the overhand right, and then the inside knee catches him on the chin. It's what opened up the cut on the left mouth, part of his mouth. And then they went to the ground. And here comes the armbar here from Giva Santana. Again, Jamie Fletcher rolls out of it. Giva grabs it, takes it. Fletcher tries to roll out, but he's tapping immediately because the pressure you apply to that kind of lock can break an arm.
Deja vu. Make that 9 victims to the armbar. Let's go up for the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes 46 seconds in round number 1. An armbar stops this contest as the fighter taps out. He is the winner by way of submission and still undefeated, Giva Santana.
10 victories, 9 by armbar. Very impressive win by Giva Santana.
For sure. Good shit. I like this.